Greetings, New Bedford Public Schools community. As I shared in my brief email last Friday, we eagerly welcomed 130 students in Cohort A at Parker, Hayden McFadden, and Gomes Elementary Schools last week. We transitioned into Phase 2 on September 16th with about 660 students arriving for Cohort A, which we spread throughout the entire district. It's about 5% of our total school population, which is over 13,000 students. Remember, beginning on September 16th, all non-Cohort A students will be participating in distance learning until October 5th, when Cohorts B and C begin. Students in Cohort D will participate in the New Bedford Public Schools Distance Learning Academy. By now, all families should have been contacted by their student's school for their cohort information. If not, please reach out today or call the Family Support Line at 508-997-4515. Recently, anxiety has increased as the City of New Bedford's COVID-19 % of positive cases rose this past week. Unfortunately, this rise is attributed to two virus spread from two different scenarios. We know this health situation is very fluid as the city's rate went from 2.8% to 4.5% in a week because of those two situations. This change comes after the rate was as low as 2.0% in the last few weeks. So we must keep washing our hands, using hand sanitizer, wearing our masks, and maintaining appropriate physical distance. Consistent with our readiness preparation to start schools, and like school systems across the state and across the country, we use Department of Health guidance and the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education recommendations on % transmission rates to advise our next steps. We collaborate with the state and local health officials multiple times per week. We assess and analyze the transmission rate, trends, and patterns in New Bedford and the surrounding areas. We're closely following the fluctuation of the positive cases here in the city, and will continue to use this specific data to determine our next steps. As I previously shared, we'll be using multiple weeks of data, possibly 2 to 4 weeks, to make our decisions. We're implementing our reopening plan as outlined, and we're prepared to make shifts based on the necessary changes in the reality of the situation. This does include adhering to the strict MIAA state guidelines for fall sports, which are slated to begin in another week. All students who selected to participate in the New Bedford Public Schools Distance Learning Academy will not be allowed to make changes for the next several weeks. So the in-person hybrid cohorts B and C do not begin for another 4 weeks, so there is time to adjust later. There has been a tremendous amount of planning to get the cohorts set up, and we need to balance and take care of any changes, so some may not be immediate, so we definitely ask you for your patience. Just a reminder that you should be in touch with your child's school regarding Chromebook distribution or any other school-specific items. We know that most of the 9th graders are getting their laptops at the high school. They're brand new, and it took a little while to get everything configured. So again, your patience is appreciated, but reach out to the school if you have any questions. I'll remind everyone of the COVID-19 statewide initiative, Stop the Spread. Again, this is a free program that makes it easier for all Massachusetts residents to get testing through September 30th in several towns and cities, including New Bedford. You do not need to have any symptoms to be tested, and remember, it is free. Also, please remember to be counted in the 2020 census. Visit my2020census.gov. No matter who you live with, everyone in your house needs to be counted. This determines how much money we get for schools, parks, roads, hospitals, police officers, firefighters, and other critically needed services here in the city. Complete the census information now, for your school and for your city. You have the power to make a difference. Remember also, our health guidance is available on the New Bedford Public Schools website with links to the CDC and the Massachusetts Department of Education, as well as other resources that are very helpful. And after some schedule adjustments, our outside assessment regarding airflow and air exchange for our buildings is now complete. The analysis is being finalized and will be publicly available this coming week. As I shared before, this analysis is about improvements. Our schools and offices are already certified safe to be used. Our focus is on proper ventilation, and any area that needs to be upgraded will only be used once corrections are made. Here's a very important reminder about medical drop-off for students and parents. School nurses have scheduled medication drop-by drop-off days. Please contact your school's nurse with any questions. The nurses will be stationed outside at the school's main entrance or at the school vestibule on these upcoming dates and times. So on October 1st and October 15th, from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m., the school nurses will be available. So again, please contact your school nurse if you have any questions. And also, more about our reopening plan. For all of our health-related guidance, please visit newbedfordschools.org. See us on Facebook, contact your school, or again, call our family support line at 508-997-4515 if you should have any questions. We are working to keep families up to date, and your understanding during this time is very much appreciated. It's very much of a challenge for all of us as we're going through this together. So again, thank you for continued support of New Bedford Public Schools. Please stay safe and think of others, and we hope to see you in school soon.